Inside the criminal mind, what makes them tick? You see it every day on my show. People do bad things. Sometimes they even do very bad things. But why? What goes on in the mind of someone who breaks the law? That's what criminal psychology tries to figure out. It's like being a detective of the mind. Criminal psychology doesn't just look at the crime itself. It looks at the person who committed the crime. It digs deep into their past, their thoughts, their feelings. It's about understanding the why behind the crime. This field isn't just about psychology, it's also about sociology. It's about how a person's environment, their upbringing, and their social circles can lead them down a dark path. It's about understanding the bigger picture of crime. Criminal psychology is a team effort. It brings together psychologists, criminologists, and sociologists. They all work together to understand the criminal mind. Nature versus nurture. Are criminals born or made? This question has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and the general public for generations. This is the age-old question, isn't it? Were they born bad, or did something make them that way? The debate is as old as time itself, and it touches on the very essence of human nature. It's a question that has been debated for centuries. And when it comes to criminal behavior, there's no easy answer. Philosophers, scientists, and legal experts have all weighed in, each bringing their own perspectives and theories. On one hand, we know that genetics can play a role. Some people are simply wired differently. Their genetic makeup can predispose them to certain behaviors. They may be more impulsive, more aggressive, or less empathetic. These traits can make it harder for them to conform to societal norms and laws. This doesn't mean they're destined for a life of crime, but it can make them more vulnerable to it. Their genetic predispositions can interact with their environment in complex ways. On the other hand, we also know that environment plays a huge role. The surroundings in which a person grows up can significantly influence their behavior and choices. A child who grows up in a loving, supportive home is far less likely to become a criminal than a child who grows up in poverty, abuse, or neglect. The environment can either nurture or hinder a child's development. Think of it like this. Imagine a pair of twins separated at birth. This scenario has been studied extensively to understand the impact of nature and nurture. One twin grows up in a stable home with loving parents. They receive support, education, and opportunities to thrive. The other twin grows up in a crime-ridden neighborhood. They are exposed to violence, crime, and a lack of positive role models. See, their genes are the same, but their environments are completely different. This stark contrast can lead to vastly different life outcomes. Which one is more likely to end up on the wrong side of the law? The answer isn't straightforward, but the environment can heavily tip the scales. It's a tough question, and it's one that criminal psychologists grapple with every day. They study patterns, behaviors, and the intricate web of factors that lead to criminality. The truth is, it's usually a combination of both. Genetics and environment are not mutually exclusive. They interact in dynamic ways. It's a complex interplay of genetics, environment, and personal choices that lead someone down the path of criminal behavior. Personal decisions influenced by both innate traits and external circumstances ultimately shape one's destiny. Throughout history, we've seen individuals from all walks of life turn to crime. Some were born into difficult circumstances, while others had seemingly every advantage. Understanding the roots of criminal behavior is crucial for developing effective prevention and rehabilitation programs. By addressing both genetic and environmental factors, we can create a more just and compassionate society. Ultimately, the goal is to create environments that nurture positive development and reduce the risk factors associated with criminal behavior. By doing so, we can help individuals make better choices and lead fulfilling lives. So are criminals born or made? The answer lies in the delicate balance between nature and nurture and our collective efforts to understand and address both. Bad blood or bad choices? This question has puzzled scientists, criminologists, and psychologists for decades. The biology of crime? Let's talk about the brain. The human brain is a marvel of evolution, a complex network of neurons and synapses that govern our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's the most complex organ in the body, and when it comes to criminal behavior, certain parts of the brain can be key players. Understanding these areas can provide insights into why some individuals might be more prone to criminal activities. For example, the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain responsible for impulse control, decision-making, and moral reasoning. It's like the brain's command center for weighing consequences and making rational choices. Studies have shown that people who commit violent crimes often have decreased activity in this area. This lack of activity can lead to poor decision-making and a higher likelihood of engaging in impulsive, risky behaviors. Then there's the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This small almond-shaped structure plays a crucial role in processing emotions, especially fear and aggression. It's responsible for our fight or flight response. In some criminals, the amygdala is overactive, making them more likely to react aggressively in stressful situations. This heightened state of arousal can lead to violent outbursts and a propensity for aggressive behavior. And we can't forget about hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers that influence our mood, behavior, and physiology. Testosterone, for example, is linked to aggression. This hormone, often associated with male characteristics, can increase the likelihood of aggressive behavior when present in high levels. Higher levels of testosterone have been found in some violent criminals. This correlation suggests that biological factors can play a significant role in predisposing individuals to certain behaviors. Now, let me be clear. Having these biological markers doesn't automatically make someone a criminal. It's essential to understand that biology is just one piece of the puzzle. Plenty of people with these same markers live perfectly law-abiding lives. Environmental factors, upbringing, and personal experiences also play a crucial role in shaping behavior. But these biological factors can make someone more susceptible to criminal behavior, especially when combined with the wrong environment and life experiences. It's the interplay between biology and environment that ultimately shapes an individual's actions. Understanding this complex relationship can help us develop better prevention and intervention strategies to reduce crime and support those at risk. different perspective on the complex nature of criminal behavior. There's no one-size-fits-all explanation for criminal behavior. The reasons behind why people commit crimes are as varied as the individual. Thrive.